Better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
And thank you very much, Mr. Relatively Deep Voice Man. Looks beautiful out there. It's Friday, so it's a good morning plus one. And God, we got some good plans for this weekend. We're going to be busking, right?
Yeah, we are.
Busked yesterday.
All over the place.
Played for the outside the Marion County Literacy Council. And we should go busk. You know, we've had a few invitations to busk, so I'm happy about that. And we should go busk over at Galen's place.
Oh, there you go.
You think we could busk for a Marion County organization up in Alachua County? You think that would work? You think?
I think so.
People probably won't even care, right?
Yeah, as long as they like you, they'll just give money.
I just see two people there. Galen Unold is on the phone from Lifestyle. He's on the phone to remind us that we can donate blood, not just money. And sometimes blood is the better thing to donate. Sometimes time is the better thing to donate, right?
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Sometimes that happens.
We always donate our time.
Galen, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Are you stationary? Sounds like you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah, I'm off today, so I'm at home today.
Off today. Well, about time you gave yourself a break.
Yeah, after last week, I'm just exhausted. So.
I mean, after DragonCon. By the way, we were just talking about busking, right? So let me brag. Yesterday we raised or had $29.05 donated outside the Literacy Council, okay? So I posted it on Facebook, and a guy who's a musician friend of mine, who has a friend, I guess he's a guitar player in his band, went up to DragonCon and busked up there, and got $500 and got $500.
Well,
yeah,
you know, there's so many people there. There really are. There are just so many people. So that doesn't surprise me at all.
You know what? I'm guessing there's not really a way to compare money to blood in this regard. For the most part, the people who gave us a few dollars yesterday looked like they couldn't really afford it. I felt so bad. I was like, I told Rob, wow, these people.
Yeah, I mean, we felt bad taking their money because we thought we needed
like
to feed
they
themselves.
really shouldn't be letting go of a couple of dollars.
Well, you know, and you can't judge a book by its cover.
I know, but I mean, do you ever see people that look like they've got a lot of blood and they're just not donating any?
That's right. Not taking the time.
You know, early when I started, that used to bother me, and then, you know, you really don't know people's circumstances, and so I know it sounds cliche, but I really just had to stop, and I just treat everybody as if they're going to donate.
Really?
Because if you don't, then you'll lose opportunities.
So somebody who looks really healthy, right, who should be jumping in there, laying down on that couch, get it done with, 30 minutes later, out the door, you know, 3 lives have been saved, and they say, no, I'm sorry, I can't give blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time. I mean, it really does. I mean, again, you don't know their circumstances.
And some sickly little woman.
They may have traveled. You know, they may have traveled outside the country, or you know, lived in Germany. You know, there's a lot of reasons why people don't give.
Right.
And I just, you know, you can't judge them. You really can't.
So, but I would have been that guy. Let's see. When I was 39, I would have been that guy. I would have been,
right.
No. See, yeah. So I can't be Mr. Big Shot here because I'm guilty of that same thing.
Right, but I would have never. I would have asked you regardless. You know, I try not to take in what I view as their circumstances.
Can you imagine if that had happened? Like we went back in a machine or something, a time machine, and there you are, Galen Unold, outside Publix, trying to get Larry Whitler to give.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, and I tell people this. I'm like, you know, you've probably seen me standing in front of somewhere. And I did that a lot.
But I wonder if there's a record in God's book that shows that I said no to you.
Yeah, probably.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm busy. Huh?
He sees everything, and that's partly why we're not judged on our actions.
I guess so. Yeah. But
he knows.
But anyway, so I could have been a spoiled rotten brat. I could have been a spoiled rotten brat. No, you're not getting my blood. I know I've got plenty.
That's right.
I have none to spare.
Oh, I hear that all the time. So
I don't have any blood to spare?
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any to spare. It's like, all right.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
there you go.
Why did you say why? What happened yesterday?
No, I just, again, you learn just okay. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know,
I didn't tell you there was this one girl who got completely grossed out. She was probably in her early 20s, and she's like, she came up and she walked by, and she was obviously lost, and she said, a blood drive? She goes, oh, my God, that's disgusting. I'm like, it is? And she goes, yeah, you're inside. You're inside a building. How can you do this inside a building? And so me being me, I'm like, well, where would you like us to have it? She's like, I don't know. Maybe outside, like in the garage, or why not do this in a hospital? And I said, well, there are only sick people at the hospital. Well, have them give their own. It was pretty funny. And then by the end, I'm like, she had never even considered it, and that kind of giggles me. So we talked for about 10 minutes, and I guess she wasn't as disgusted.
It might have resonated. Maybe later on she figured out what you were trying to say, and maybe it made sense. Maybe she learned about somebody in her life who needed blood, and all of a sudden it connected.
Well, and it just, and that's why education is so important. I said, so where do you think blood comes from? And she goes, I don't know.
She a valley girl or what?
The way she said it.
Yeah.
It was. I was not laughing. Yeah, I was laughing at her. Who am I kidding?
All right, but there's.
And I said, I'm like, well, it comes from people. She goes, no, it doesn't. They make that. It comes from a tube or something. That's exactly what she said.
Oh,
was she cute?
Wow.
Why did you endure this? She must have been cute.
Because I was at Dragon Con and it was entertaining.
Yeah, there you go.
She was cute.
Yeah, don't dismiss her.
She wasn't horrible.
Well, you have got great material now for your next public speaking engagement.
Oh yeah,
that is a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin's right. Hold on, let me go to the telephone. Are we still calling him telephone?
I don't know.
Good morning, you're on the air.
What else are you gonna call it?
I don't know.
I think she was pulling your leg.
She was pulling your leg, Galen.
Yeah,
No,
she was just seeing how far she could go. Yeah. Hey, how about the haunted house? That'd be a good for a drive.
A blood drive at the
We go
haunted
there every year.
Yeah, oh dear. So I
that's one of our regular ones.
ingenious. I didn't come up with a new idea. So. Hey, Larry, did anybody call in and tell you who to get a hold of for the First Friday Art Walk?
No.
I had to step out, so I didn't hear it. Melissa Thompson
Okay.
is her name. She's with the city of Ocala. And do you have a pen? I'll give you her number real quick.
Robin has it, yeah.
629
Okay.
8447.
All right.
It was in the goal section this morning.
Oh, that was convenient.
Okay, very.
All right, you guys take care.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Dave Schlenker does a great job with the Go. He's the editor for the Go. He painstakingly puts all that stuff together, and he's a wonderful, wonderful guy. Cares about his community a lot.
Robin is Ocala's PR lady.
Yeah.
So where were we? Oh, spoiled rotten brat. So this woman was a spoiled rotten brat.
She was sheltered. There was no doubt that she was sheltered.
Well, you might be explaining this spoiled rotten bratism.
Yeah, I don't know.
So anyway, by the way, this is WOCA Ocala. I should have mentioned that.
The source.
Thank you. Let me take another phone call. Then I'll tell you some spoiled rotten brats. You're not going to believe some of these stories. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, it's me, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, I can't say for sure, but I bet you if you, the BT Carnival's coming up, I bet you they'd let you set up a parking lot there somewhere and do some busking.
What parking? What is it?
During the BT Carnival?
Oh, Blessed Trinity. Okay. I wasn't familiar with the abbreviation. Okay.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
thought you were saying
Blessed Trinity Carnival, it's
And when is that?
goes for 4 days.
When is that?
It's in October. You'd have to call the rectory office and get the exact dates. I forget, or the school office.
Okay.
rectory.
And get the exact
Rectory.
dates.
Is that
I
a
forget.
great word?
But
That's a great
it
word.
goes like from Thursday through Sunday, and I'm sure, you'd be out in the parking lot area there where people are walking in and out. You wouldn't be interfering with any of the carnival.
All right. That's a good idea, too. Yeah. Well, we're taking all ideas. I appreciate it, Tom. I wasn't familiar with the abbreviation BT.
No, I've never heard it
Rectory.
referred to as that before. It's always been Blessed Trinity.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Carnival.
Hey, it's me again.
Hi, me again.
Hey, hey, at the mall next Saturday is, what is that, Buy
What?
Local Expo with the Chamber.
Oh, I thought it was Women's Night. Is that the same thing?
No, it's during the day. It's,
okay.
It's on the 14th. It's at the mall because I'm doing Expo.
All right.
I'm doing a table.
Robin's taking
Maybe-
notes.
Maybe they'll let you just go talk to them at the mall and see if you can set up there.
See if we can busk. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, Linda. Appreciate
I
that.
had
You
gone.
need to franchise this busking out. Sounds like you got too many locations.
I had
You're going
gone.
to need to have to hire some
We got a
people.
lot of days between now. Hey, we only got $29 so far. We got a long way to go.
You'll get there, Larry.
I went to see Melanie last night at Hair Plus here in the mall because we had a ticket from Linda to give to her, and I was talking to Melanie, and she's raising funds for breast cancer on October 19th, where all 10% of all the haircut proceeds go to the breast cancer, and she invited us to busk in Hair Plus.
Oh, she did?
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's pretty cool.
All right. Boy, I'm having a hard time getting over the spoiled rotten brats, I'll tell you the truth.
We don't know any right now. Everybody's
I've been
giving.
derailed by busking.
Who knew when you came up with that idea?
All right. Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning, Larry, Robin, and Galen.
Hi, Jim.
How is everybody? Hey, one more car off the tracks, Larry. How about the new Walmart down here in Silver Spring Shores?
We will be calling the big boxes, yes.
Yeah, big box.
Yeah. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. So, have you ever heard of any spoiled rotten brats, Galen?
Yes. I'm just going to go with yes.
So let me tell you about some of them.
Okay.
Listen to this one. In Australia,
Yeah.
there was a boy so spoiled.
How spoiled was he?
Okay. He was told by his parents he couldn't play video games because he had broken some kind of household rule. He's 7 years old.
Oh.
So he ran out of the house, broke into a zoo in the middle of the night. Then he started feeding the small animals to the crocodiles.
Oh, that kid should be
What the heck does
just.
that have to do with not
He was
playing?
so mad that they wouldn't let him play his video game.
Oh,
How about that?
gee,
I'll
that
teach
is.
them. I'll feed this penguin to a crocodile.
That's what he was doing.
He's really spoiled.
He was spoiled. 7 years old.
Gee, well, they better
How
nip
did
that
he
in the
get to a
bud.
zoo
It's
if you're 7?
it says he facilitated his entry by conveniently getting over a not so very secure fence.
How did he get out of the house?
He left. He went through the door. He's a spoiled rotten brat.
He's 7.
Spoiled rotten brat.
Well,
Holy mackerel.
and who's to blame for that? The parents, because his first 7 years, they probably gave him whatever he wanted.
Video games. Yeah.
I'm
They
still
gave
trying to
him
figure out
whatever.
how he got out of the house.
I don't know. He did.
Well, a
My
7-year-old.
7-year-old doesn't get out of the house.
Yeah, but that's because your 7-year-old is good. He has great parents.
All right, so here's another one. You ready for this one? Here's another one. This is a teenager here in the United States somewhere. Doesn't say where. Decided to text his mother while he was at school to tell her that there was a shooting happening around him.
Oh.
His mother was terribly frightened. She called the police, who proceeded to put the entire school on lockdown and search for a shooter. Turns out that the teenager did the whole thing as a joke.
Oh.
Well, that's just not funny.
No, he better get thrown in jail for a couple of days just to teach
I
him
don't
a
know if that's a
lesson.
spoiled brat or just poor judgment because he's a child.
I don't know.
No, he knows better than that.
Spoiled
How old was
rotten
he?
brat.
When you're a
old was
teenager.
Teen.
know
It
better.
just says teen.
Well, he knows now.
He knows now. All right. A young German boy had life really tough. After he was done playing all day long, his mother asked him to tidy up. There was no way he was going to let such a thing happen. So after repeated attempts to get his mother to see reason, he finally made good on his threats. The boy called the police and told them that his mother put him through forced labor.
Oh, gee.
You know, that's one of those things that every child has threatened their parent at least once. I'm going to call child services.
It's against the law to force me to work, Mommy.
Yeah.
Again, it's the parents' fault because they didn't raise them properly. That's
My
what I
children
believe.
have threatened. I'm
Yeah.
like, call them.
Your children
call
are
them.
great.
Dan was telling
You
me.
go live somewhere else.
Listen to this. Listen to this, Galen. Dan was telling me that somebody told him that we have to play their PSA because we have an obligation to play their PSA. You have to play our PSA. And Dan was saying, no, it's not a PSA, it's an ad. And even so, we don't have to play anybody's PSA. Even before it was deregulated,
Right.
all you had to do was play 2 PSAs, and it was your choice which they were.
That's right.
Yeah, within a 24-hour period.
I think
right.
I think it was per hour. It was 2 per hour.
Per hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in those days. All right, the next spoiled, rotten brat. So that guy who...
By the way, that's not how you go with Dan. If you give Dan a donut, you're going to get pretty much whatever you want.
So that was a spoiled, rotten brat, whoever that was.
Maybe some chicken wings.
Chicken wings
for the entourage.
Right.
That's right. You're head of the entourage, so.
All right, another one. This is a teenage girl in Florida. Heard her mother and her boyfriend making love in the next room.
Oh.
She was so annoyed.
Oh.
She was so annoyed. She called the police.
Well, good for her.
She may have a case here.
Good for her, Robin.
Well, it's her mother and her boyfriend. I mean, my God.
Not the girl's boyfriend.
Okay. I thought it was the girl's boyfriend. I'm
Where
sorry.
Where did Robin's head go on that?
Her mother and her boyfriend, you said.
You're right.
Operative word there. I'm sorry.
No, you're
right. I thought wrong.
Where did Robin go with that?
Oh, no.
So, Larry, who did they call?
You're right. The way I worded it.
Okay.
Who did she call?
She called the police.
Oh, okay.
What did the police do?
She said this girl called the police about it because she felt disrespected by the sounds her mother was making. At first, the girl wanted to go away to a Christian counseling center.
Oh.
She said, please take me away. But then decided not to because it was almost time for school.
Oh.
Right. Smart. She got her priorities straight. That's. I mean, come on. You're allowed to be a little disgusted by that. Let's be honest. You know, as a child, you're allowed to be disgusted by that.
Yes, you are.
It was the mother's boyfriend. Just to clear that up.
There you go.
But you know, how embarrassed is the mother?
Yeah, really.
She's never going to have sex in the house again.
The mother should have taken the
Mom,
daughter.
why are you in a hotel room?
That's right.
Because you called the cops. I mean, you would be mortified.
Here's another one about a child who called the police. Another teenager here in the United States. His father said, if you don't do your chores, I'm taking the Xbox away. So he did. And the boy called the police. It was
Police are too accessible these days for prank calls.
The police had to explain that his mother can take away his game console until he did his piano practicing. Oh, that's what he had to do, his piano. Until you practice your piano, the Xbox is going away.
I wonder how many of those calls they get.
Yeah, really.
You know?
Really.
I know a sheriff. I'm going to ask them. Because if they're willing to do it, I may have them do a drive-by.
That's...
You know, the house.
What do you mean?
Oh, you're not doing your chores?
Oh!
I'm going to make a phone call.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Can you imagine how fast they would do it?
Oh, real quick.
All right, after summer vacation...
You can only go to that well once, because if you went to it twice, you'd be like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. One time.
I'll hire a good lawyer.
Hold on, the phone rang. Good morning, you're on the air.
Oh, Larry, it's me, Tom. It happens a lot because the parents don't want to be the bad guys, so they want to lay it on the police. They call the police in to tell the kid that they've got to do what they've got to do. So the parents can sit there and say, "See, it's not our fault. You have to do it. The police say so." Oh, it's true. It's true. Been there, done that. I've looked at parents and said, "I am not your child's parent. This is between you and your kid. This is not a police matter. Call me again, and you're going. Call me again about something like this, and you're going."
But Tom, as a police officer, 'cause my brother Tom was a police officer. Did you get calls from the kids though? These are all from the kids.
Well, no, I've gotten calls. Well, I've got both. I've gotten calls from the parents too. But yeah, I've gotten calls from the kids too. Then I look at the kid and say, "You call me again about something stupid like this, and you're going to jail." I mean, I just said, "No, your parents are in charge. Unless you're injured or something, seriously injured or something, don't call me again. Because I'll take you to jail. I'll take you to jail." I mean, it was an empty threat, you know. You're not going to take a kid to jail for calling the police because their mother and father made them mad, but sometimes it works.
By the way, I don't know if Galen, Tom is a large man as I am, and when he was in when he was in the Air Force, Bob Hope actually recruited Tom to be in his skit, to be the big boyfriend of what was Kathy Lee
Gifford?
It was
Kathy Crosby.
Kathy Lee Crosby.
Yeah, Kathy. Yeah, Kathy. Yeah,
that
was her. Yeah.
So they were in other words, in the skit, they were Bob Hope and what was the other guy's name? Victimone. They were flirting with this girl, and well, you can ask my boyfriend, and Tom's standing right behind Bob Hope or behind Victimone or something, right, Tom?
It was behind.
So no, the point.
Victimone, yeah.
So the
Victimone.
point I'm getting at, can you imagine the kid getting Tom showing up at the house? Oh goodness! All right, thank you, Tom.
Victimone came up to about my chest.
Yeah, he was a little guy. All right.
Yeah, he wasn't a big guy.
All right,
All
next.
right, have a good day.
Thank you, Tom. All right, next, spoiled rotten brat. You ready for this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
A boy did not want to go back to school after summer vacation, so he glued his hand to his bed.
Oh no.
He took some industrial strength glue and used it to glue his right hand to his bedside table. The boy's name was Diego. Emergency workers managed to get him unstuck, and he was able to go to school.
That is awesome.
The mother called the paramedics. All right, here's another one. This kid wanted to go to the toy store, and the parents said, "We don't have any money today. You have to wait." So 6 years old, he got in the car and drove himself.
You see, it's hard to say it's a spoiled brat or just a really determined young man.
Yeah.
He drove himself.
Think about this. At some point, on some level, you're like, good for you, you little kid. You wanted something, you went and you got it.
He had no money when he got there, but yeah, he went.
Yeah.
It doesn't
my
matter.
gosh.
I mean,
Or maybe he
had
did.
the will, right? You don't want to squelch that, but you want to beat the heck out of him.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, it's Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Hey, listen, my own father would tell this story and laugh himself silly. I have no idea what the outcome was, but he tells me when he was a little boy, his mother had a cleaning lady, and my father would get aggravated because the cleaning lady didn't put things back exactly as they had been on his dresser and so on. So he glued them to the dresser.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And, it's funny because the father I knew really didn't pay too much attention to where he put anything.
Well, that time he did. He knew where everything was.
Oh, boy, yeah. I
think
have
I'm gonna
no
do that.
clue. I have no
There you go.
clue what happened.
Just
He
glue
did tell
stuff.
me that, a couple times in his life his father had given him the belt on the hiney. I bet that was one of them.
I bet yeah. The belt on the hiney treatment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd share, embarrassing as that is.
Spoiled rotten brats. All right, I got three more. I got 3 more spoiled rotten brat stories to tell you about. You ready? Listen to this one. This kid was so ticked off at his parents. What was he ticked off about? Anyway, he's 11 years old. He got into an argument with his mother at the supermarket, so he ran off to avoid dealing with the aftermath. He found a bus pass on the floor and boarded a bus to the airport. And then, while looking for a bathroom, he managed to sneak unintentionally through several security checkpoints and made it onto an airplane. Ended up in Rome.
Oh,
What?
man,
He
that's
ended
incredible.
up in Rome. The plane was already in the air and well on the way before the flight crew realized they had a little stowaway on board.
Where was he? Wait. You're going to have to go back.
Okay, what did you miss?
Where did he take off from?
From England.
Okay.
From England.
Wow. And their security is tighter than ours.
From England, he got on a bus.
When was this?
2008.
Wow, okay.
2008.
All right. So they're in the middle of a war in Afghanistan and everything else. That's pretty crazy. Okay. How did he get on and where was he? Where was he at on the plane?
It doesn't say that. Let's see. I'll just read what it says. The little 11-year-old Liam Corcoran of the United Kingdom had just had an argument with his mommy at the supermarket, so he ran off to avoid dealing with the aftermath. He found a bus pass on the floor and boarded a bus to a nearby airport, and then while looking for a bathroom, he managed to sneak unintentionally through several checkpoints, security checkpoints, to make it onto an airplane headed for Rome. The plane was already in the air and well on the way before the flight crew realized they had a stowaway.
I mean, every kid right, has said, I'm going to run away.
You went to Rome.
I mean, and you usually go somewhere and you wait 5 minutes and wonder why nobody's looking for you. Right? This kid went to Rome.
He's a spoiled brat.
Spoiled rotten brat.
That's right.
And how mad are you if they had to turn around the plane and take him back to England?
They did not, though.
How did he get on the plane without a passport?
He must have just snuck past. They probably said, "Oh, it's a kid. They'll let him go."
Yeah.
Let him go. Wow.
Probably.
Somebody should lose their job over that one.
All right, I have two more. An 11-year-old.
Because at 11, you're making irrational decisions. Again, I'm trumping that up to, wow, what an amazing story that kid has.
Yeah.
I'm not calling spoiled brat on that.
I don't think he was able to tour like the ruins or anything like that. I think they probably put him on another plane right away and put him right back into England.
I'll bet you they turned that plane around.
No, they didn't. No, it says here they did not. They did not turn the plane around. They landed, put him on another plane, put him back.
So when you see that child, do you beat him senseless or do you hug him?
You hug him. You say, "Thank God you're okay. I'm sorry. You can do whatever it was we were having a hard time with."
Right? I don't think, I'm not chalking that up to spoiled brat. I'm just calling that pure ingenuity. Know-how.
Right now, if your sons are listening, they're so proud of you. Galen, right now, if your sons are listening, they're so proud of you. They go, "Come on, we could do any of this stuff. That'll be proud."
That's right.
That'll be happy.
I mean, when a 6-year-old steals the car, you're like, well, I didn't see that coming. And how do you tell the officer, "You're right, I should have hid the keys from him"?
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, that's pretty good. Now, calling the cops, right?
Yeah.
When a child strips off all their clothes in public, that's a spoiled brat. When you hop on a bus, go to the airport, sneak on a plane to Rome, that's ingenuity.
All right. So far,
I'm impressed by that.
So far on the brat test, Galen has kind of put a red mark through about 5 of these.
Yeah.
I think.
You don't think that's impressive, Larry?
I didn't say it wasn't impressive. I think it's huge.
So if little Alex, when Alex was 11,
oh my God!
all of a sudden you got a call from the phone,
right,
on the air phone.
I know.
He'd never do it.
So you're like, "You're where?"
I know. I'm with you.
I was looking for you. I was looking for you in the department store closed.
I would be so. I'd be so happy. I'd be crying. Are you kidding? No, I know.
Yeah. And you would tell him to
most
stay
kids
there.
Hide in like they hide in the circular clothes rack, and they usually find them sitting there. And you're like, "I know he's there. This kid's in Rome."
He's in Rome. That's right.
His parents should have said, "Just hang on. We need a vacation. We'll join you."
Yeah, that would have been fun.
I would have done that. That would have been great. Say, "Okay, you're right. Let's take time off from work and let's just have fun for a weekend."
Sorry, that's impressive.
All right, I got two more. Let's see if the red mark goes through these two. An 11-year-old boy, Spanish boy, it says here, I guess that means from Spain, was scared of going to an upcoming parent-teacher conference. So he decided on a plan to call off the entire thing.
Okay.
The boy called up his father and told him in whispers that he had been abducted.
Oh.
Nice.
His father was a police officer and mobilized the entire police force to find his son.
Oh.
But then found out that the entire thing was a hoax perpetrated by his own child.
Oh, gee.
Now, even in this article, it says we have to compliment the kid on his creativity. So even the
right, I mean, at 11, you should your decision. That's why you're a minor and you have no rights. Your decision making is horrid. Now, a parent-teacher conference can scare the heck out of you. The two most important people in your life should never meet like that. In your eyes.
Yeah, right.
And it's not like you don't have a parent-teacher conference unless something's wrong.
But brat, does it qualify as a brat right there? Spoiled, rotten brat?
He planned it. He planned it, which is pretty good.
I think
you've got to admit.
Okay.
The kid is obviously intelligent.
Let's see
Would you agree with that?
Yes, but in the next story, the last story, there was planning.
I'm going borderline on that. Okay. I don't know how far he took
Okay, but now let's see. In the next story,
if you know what you've done is wrong and you've taken it too far and then you keep going and you don't care about the ramifications, you're a spoiled brat. But if you're trying to scheme, all right, we're as adults, we scheme every day. So
all right. So the next story, let's see if it qualifies because it does have planning involved. It does have poor decisions made, and it's about two teenage girls in Northern California.
Do we expect kids to make poor decisions?
Yeah, but
Okay.
we're not saying these aren't unexpected. We just maybe the actions are, but the fact that poor decisions are made is not unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
He should have known better since his father was a cop and not fake
Oh, yeah.
a kidnapper.
Yeah, he...
All right, the next story, the last story,
That's why it's borderline. If Dad wasn't a cop, I'm like, yeah, that's not a brat.
Okay, you know this next story. You heard this story because it was not that long ago. It's a story about two teenage girls from Northern California. One of their parents had some rules in regards to the internet. Basically, the rules were that after 10 p.m., you turn off the computer and go to bed. Anyway, so what these two girls did is they brought milkshakes to their parents, and they had sleeping pills mixed in with them. The parents drank the milkshakes, and they said they tasted a little bit grainy. But they passed out anyway, and they woke up a few hours later with hangover symptoms.
Well, if your child gives you a shake, you drink it, and you're like, wow, I have raised such a sweet child.
Wow.
So the girls were playing video games while the parents were sleeping because they had sleeping pills mixed into the milkshakes.
Oh, that would not... Did they have boys over?
It doesn't say.
They probably
It says the
did.
girls are being charged with a crime for allegedly drugging their parents. I remember that story.
They should.
I do too. You had that story. Oh my God. They just...
Spoiled, rotten
very
brats.
spoiled, rotten brats.
That one's spoiled rotten. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, there we go.
Because if you're smart enough to know what sleeping pills are
Yeah.
and all that, then you know better.
Yeah.
You can't
Definitely.
drug someone else.
Oh my
You know,
God.
you can't drug someone else.
All right, let me take a phone call, then we'll have to wrap this thing up. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, of course. Then there was the ultimate spoiled children, Lyle and Eric Menendez, who wound up killing their parents in a bit
they were
of
just
anger.
mentally ill.
Yeah.
They were just.
Have a good day.
Thank you. I guess it'll be ultimate. We got an author coming on who has a story about a kid who killed everybody in his family. It's a terrible story.
Yeah.
When is he coming on?
I can't recall.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. I can't remember.
Well, that's more than a brat. That's criminal.
Yeah.
All right, Robin, we need a segue from spoiled, rotten brats to donating blood.
Well, you're never going to see spoiled, rotten brats donating blood because because usually all they care about is themselves and not about their fellow human beings. So go to Life South Community Blood Centers. You will meet some of the nicest people on the planet that are on the staff. You'll see some of the nicest people that just walk in off the streets to donate blood because they're true givers and there is nothing spoiled or bratty about them.
Okay, now I'm gonna contest that. It's a great segue, but
Okay.
there were two spoiled, rotten brats we did see at Life South. These two guys came in. You know the story, Galen.
Oh, yes.
They said, if we donate
Okay.
blood, do we get cookies? Yeah. Okay, good. We want to sign up. Right? Hey, do you make popcorn in that machine? Yeah, we do. Oh, can you make us some popcorn? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
What-
I remember.
Do you guys have anything to drink?
Yeah, they were just demanding.
Galen, do you remember we told you that story?
Yeah.
Galen, are you there?
Higher level. Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, go ahead.
We just need to provide a higher level of customer service for some people.
Yeah, no, you're right, Larry. I forgot about that.
They were
day. I mean, we
spoiled rotten
couldn't
brats.
believe it. We never asked
Some
for
have
anything.
higher expectations.
We have cookies, you have popcorn, you have drinks. Oh, yeah.
Right, and they got it all too.
They were
Your staff
snapping
was
their fingers.
incredible.
Yeah, your people were waiting on them.
Yeah,
All right.
you got a great group of people, Galen. They're the best.
Yeah, they were in
Really, they are.
They were in complaint. I'm sure after those guys left, I'm sure they were talking and we probably said, "Oh my God, can you believe that?"
Yeah, exactly.
Unless it happens more than we realize. We got 1 minute.
Yeah,
Galen, where's the
regular request?
Where's the Bloodmobile today?
We're at Kmart on Silver Springs Boulevard today.
Oh, okay,
Hang on.
excellent.
We-
yeah, across from 40 East. On
Way
36th
down on
Avenue.
the other side of town.
Yeah.
From where we are now. And of course, if you can't get down to Kmart and you want to donate blood, you can go halfway that distance
Yes,
from,
you can.
from here. Go to the Life South location on Silver Springs Boulevard next to the Cascades office complex. Where would you go if you were in Denellen, Robin?
Right next door to Sweet Bay.
Sweet day.
I thought we'd both do it for a change. All right, Galen, you have a great weekend, and your children, we've met them. They are not spoiled rotten brats.
No, they are
They're a
not.
little spoiled. There may not be rotten or brats, but they're spoiled. And they have their moments.
Well, have fun with them.
I hope they're not listening because they don't need to get any encouragement.
All right, we'll take a little break and we'll be right back. Thank you again. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, you guys.
Mike Huckabee is coming up. I should say that, and then we'll be back with News Bites.
This is the Huckabee Report for Friday. I'm Mike Huckabee from New York. We're one step closer to a military strike on Syria, but only if Congress ignores public opinions. Details next.
If you're a responsible homeowner who's faithfully made your mortgage payments, you deserve thanks for doing the right thing. And I'd like to tell you about a powerful financial tool that rewards your responsibility. Hi, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and the tool that I'm talking about is the Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. HARP is designed to help you lower your mortgage payments. It's for responsible homeowners who are current on their payments, but due to the housing market may have little or no equity left in their home. And even if you were unable to get a HARP loan in the past, new guidelines mean that now you may be eligible. Over 2.5 million homeowners have already taken advantage of HARP and are saving an average of $250 a month. If you're one of the millions yet to take advantage, call us today at 800-QUICKEN. To learn more, call Quicken Loans today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That number again is 800-QUICKEN.
Important terms and conditions apply. Call us for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
The Senate Foreign Relations Committee approved a resolution giving President Obama approval for a military strike against Syria for allegedly using chemical weapons. But the full Congress won't return until Monday, and its prospects are iffy. Rand Paul may demand a 60-vote supermajority to pass it in the Senate, and Arizona Congressman Matt Salmon predicts that it's going to fail in the House by 20.